and welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, my name's Gamille. I go to Stonybrook University, and you should definitely subscribe if you aren't already. But this week is midterms week. I already had my first midterm 2 weeks ago for my operations management class. I am a double major in business management and psychology with a marketing concentration, so it's a lot. But I finished my psych major already, and I completed all my marketing classes, so now I'm just finishing up business management. And this week I have two midterms. The first one is my business 447 class, which is business ethics, and I have a quiz, but it really seems like an exam to me because it's 40 multiple choice questions, so I'm gonna call it an exam. And that's Wednesday morning. And then on Thursday morning I have my first midterm for my business 353 class, which is entrepreneurship. I think it was like there's gonna be like 10 questions on there, so yeah. But let's get into the real tea right now because it's 9 p.m. at night. It's Monday and today did not go as planned. I got home around like 12 and I ate lunch and everything like that. I cooked lunch and stuff, but then I started to feel sick, and guess what? It's my cycle. Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course, it's the perfect time to come. But yeah, so I have my cycle. I popped some Midol. That did not help. I was just like sick in bed for 4 hours. Yeah, now it's 9 p.m. and I didn't start studying yet. So I'm like, do I eat dinner first? Do I study first? I don't know. But this is where organization comes in. Let me put you guys on to some study tips right now. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is make a study plan and a study schedule. So every month I divide up the exam dates that were on the syllabus and I write them down in whatever planner I use. Right now I'm using Notion, and I put it, I write down the deadline on when that exam is. And then I look at all the topics leading up to that particular exam, and that's all on your syllabus. And then I divide each topic into a study session throughout the month. So while dividing the study sessions within the month leading up to the exam, each study session I focus on one topic, then I do 1 or 2 practice methods along with that topic. So for me, I learned that active recall is the best way for me to study. Like I used to reread a lot in middle school and high school. That only got me so far. I mean, it got me A's, honor roll, but once I got to college, yeah, that was out the window. Active recall. Okay, so now that you made a study schedule and it's all divvied up within that month or those 2 months of your exam, and you have the topic you're going to study for that study session, and you have the practice methods you're going to study for that session, there's your official study schedule. Now you have to find time to study, right? But there's something called homework and assignments that kind of get in the way of studying, because like, yes, doing homework is like studying, you're practicing, you're doing an active form of studying when you're doing your assignments, but most people kind of just like go through it. They're not really paying attention, right? So me, I like to do all my assignments at least a week ahead of time. So I take the weekend to do, whether that means taking like 2 to 3 hours out of my day, waking up earlier, or just finding time to do it during the weekend, whether it's a Friday when I have no classes or like a Saturday morning. Just get it out the way. Like, you're gonna have so much relief throughout your week. Like, your week's gonna feel like much lighter. So then your homework's done, so now you can actually like lock in and focus on the studying, because studying is an actual job too. Like, you can't just do your homework and pray you gotta pass the exam. Also on the weekends, I like to review the materials I learned that week in class, putting practice questions or putting all the information I learned in the class, whether it's definitions or just things I need to know, into a Quizlet guide. So you're updating your Quizlet guide or whatever you use for flashcards. You're updating that every week, along with your homework assignments are done ahead every week, or sometimes I go a month in advance because I'm actually very type A and crazy. But reviewing your weekly notes that you took in lecture every week. Now that's called spaced repetition, okay? That is you spreading out the information throughout the month and you reviewing it constantly, so that when the exam comes, you're not cramming the day before to put all this information in your brain, because you've been studying it, you've been reviewing it throughout the month or the months with spaced repetition, with reviewing your notes weekly, updating your study guide weekly, quizzing yourself weekly, and by the time the test comes, like, you'll be good to go. So once you make your study schedule, you know, you're having a homework routine, you're having a study routine, you're gonna make a study plan for your study schedule. So as I said, that looks like picking a topic for one study session or 2 topics for one study session, and picking your practice methods to go with that study session. So for example, my business ethics exam, a reading heavy class, information based heavy class. It's not like math, it's not formulas like that. My study plan is to make a Quizlet study guide, my Quizlet study guide, go over the study guide with the flashcards option, with the testing option, because that's a form of active recall. I also like to do mind maps. Mind maps is also another form of active recall. You could do mind maps, or you could do the blurting method, where you just get a piece of paper or a whiteboard or whatever and you just scribble down everything you know about the topic. A lot of people love that one, but I like that one, but I mostly like mind maps because I'm a visual person. And then I'm also going to review the readings that were done in that class, because I'm going to be tested on the readings and specific points about the readings. And make sure that you check Brightspace or whatever website you use to see if your professor uploaded a practice exam, practice questions, a review for the midterm or the quiz you're doing, because most likely some professors do that, and it's really helpful because they kind of just laid out the study plan for you. But yeah, if you want to start seeing more success in your academic journey and just being more organized, the top tips that have helped me is making a study schedule, making a study plan, and sticking to it. Using things like active recall, spaced repetition, Pomodoro method, blurting, mind maps. These are all active ways to study, the Feynman technique. Okay, you guys need to research new study methods than just rereading your notes. Another thing I like to do is reviewing my lecture notes weekly, doing my assignments ahead of time, so a week ahead of time, 2 weeks at a time, a month if you have the time. Makes more room for studying, makes more room for learning and understanding the material than cramming it. Taking care of yourself and having like mental health routines, morning routine, night routine, all those routines are gonna help you and create structure in your college life. You need structure and you need self-care. You need to take a break. You need to take care of yourself, because you're gonna get burnt out if, one, you don't have a routine and you're just running around, you're just like going with the flow most of the times, and 2, if you don't have like a life outside of academics, just like having a simple hobby like journaling or reading, or maybe like you're a movie connoisseur, I don't know, just having something to identify yourself with outside of academics is super important. Okay, having movement, sleeping, taking study breaks, very important to your survival as a college student. And a bonus tip, having a reward system. My reward system is A1. My reward system has gotten me through tough times. This past weekend, I just went on a solo date, horseback riding. It was amazing. It was amazing. And I just remember like I would schedule solo dates throughout the month or every month to reward myself for getting through midterms, getting through that test, and just little things. So make sure you have rewards and you're treating yourself and acknowledging yourself for all the hard work that you're doing for your future life.
dadas com ela e o coração apertou. Fiquei como fosse de vela quando ela então te beijou. Te vi de mãos dadas com ela e o coração apertou. Fiquei como fosse de vela quando ela então te beijou.
Guys, I've gotten so much done in like an hour and a half. There's my violin. Anyway, once I finish these mind maps for each topic, I'm about to go to bed. Okay? So I did all my mind maps. So it's like basically like I just put very important things that happen in each lecture slash topic, and I write it in a way that I understand. So it's kind of like mind map slash Feynman technique. And yeah, most of this was just review, to be honest, because I really just pay attention in class and everything like that. So there really wasn't really anything new here, so that's really good. That means like I know my stuff. And yeah, basically just write the main topics or the main points in each area. Yeah, so my study plan, I crossed off 2 stuff. So tomorrow I'm gonna review the readings and then like type out the main points or highlight the main points in each of the readings. I'll maybe make a Quizlet if I have time, but I really have a 3-hour window. And yeah, once I review the readings, I'll just do active recall and do like flashcards and look at my mind maps and do the blurting method like on a sheet of paper or my iPad. I'll probably just ask ChatGPT to make flashcards for me out of my mind maps. And then I'm also gonna do active recall by doing practice questions, and my professor gave me practice questions, so I'm gonna answer those tomorrow. Exam will be on Wednesday, but I'm feeling pretty good. Like, this is mostly a comprehension class and I'm really good at that. When it comes to like analytical stuff and math and but comprehension, yeah, that's my jam. It's 12:15 a.m. I need to take a shower and go to bed. But this was a good study sesh. Like, it's a little invigorating because I'm a sucker for academic validation. I'm not gonna cap to you sometimes. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night. It's half and half, okay? Make sure you had half and half to your smoothie. seasonal depression, so that's great. And it's giving me motivation to just be productive, study. So I finished my first class of the day, which is entrepreneurship, and we went over a practice exam that was really helpful. Like, I understand the concepts and everything, but just like the formula and the math part, because there is some math in it, I'm gonna have to practice that and look over the formulas and stuff. But I'm really glad that professor did a practice test. I'm currently on a little break. My next class is at 12:30. I'm gonna go over my Notion, where my class notes are, and I need to refine my elevator speech for my communications class. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. A happy Tuesday, if I didn't say that. And yeah, right now I'm feeling good. I have dance later. I have 2 more classes left. So it's a busy day. It's always busy on Tuesday and Thursdays for me. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna see through it, Gamille. And you're gonna look back on this when you're graduating, and you're just gonna be like in awe of your grit and your discipline. So yeah.
Spring is coming. I love my coat though. I'm probably gonna regret it.
Oh, you're recording this week? Yeah, I'm doing a study vlog, but I'm gonna do like little other things. Let me get in here. Let me get in here. You know, I don't force anybody to be on camera.
Oh.
Like, I want to film more TikTok, but then just like, oh, I don't look good today. I don't look good today. Oh, I'd love to do it.
I did one TikTok. Remember the TikTok? So, you know, we're gonna do it, and it's gonna be spectacular, and it's gonna be hell for me, but I'm gonna make sure you guys look fabulous, and it's gonna be great, and we're gonna end the semester off with a bang, alright? So, that being said, because we have 2 very big performances coming up, the way I'm gonna run rehearsals going forward is we're gonna flip-flop. So one day we're gonna do the marching band thing, the next day we're gonna do BWA fashion show.
8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, faster. It's fast. Okay, one more time. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was good. So wait, you can do this. So we're going. You go back, down. Yeah, and then. But when you stay down, then you jump up. Okay. Okay. After that part, you're gonna have your left hand on your hip. You're gonna go 1, 2. This part is slower. So it's 1, 2. Then you go down 3, 4. Right hand 5, 6, 7, 8.
go again. Everybody got a scan, everybody good. Hey guys, so it's officially spring break and it is currently Thursday, March 20th, and I got all my grades back for my midterms that just happened, and I did pretty well. There was one class, my business ethics class, which I would have wanted to do a little better in, but I passed. I have an average grade, is good. Yeah, I would say that my study methods really came in handy this time. Like, I should have started studying like maybe a week before, like a week extra to prepare for these exams, but I just, like, balancing my time is very fragile and with my busy schedule. But I'm so happy because all my study methods came in clutch. Like, everything I talked about, the active recall, the flashcards, the blurting method, using the study guides and the practice test that the professor provided for me, all worked, and I was able to get an amazing grade with the time crunch I was on. But just moving forward, now going into my second midterm season before finals, towards like mid-April, late April, I'm gonna be preparing ASAP for that. Like, it's spring break, I'm supposed to be relaxing. The only really relaxing I've gotten done is sleeping more and like sleeping late, but I'm really gonna try to like do some self-care, like take a nice bath, do some, you know, journaling, some reading. Just, I haven't been like on socials like that, so that's another form of self-care to me. But yeah, but other than that though, I am working during this break. Like, I'm going ahead in all my assignments right now for the month of April and May. Like, I don't have much stuff in May besides finals, but I'm going ahead as much as I can this spring break. So when I do have class, when I get back to class March 24th, that's when class starts again, and we're going through lectures and whatever, I am going to be updating my Quizlet, my study guide every week, so that when it's like 2 weeks, 1 week before the test, the exam for midterms 2, like, everything is there for me. All I have to do is do my flashcards, my practice exams, and I'm literally good to go. That's how you save time. That's how you use your time effectively, guys. Sometimes you're gonna have to sacrifice going out sometimes or whatever, or maybe you wake up like a extra early 1 day or 2 days to get some assignments done 2 weeks in advance or a month in advance. But it's gonna be worth it, because then when you're actually in class, you are just focusing on class, and then when you get home, you're focusing on studying, actually studying, not doing homework, studying. Let's do the grade reveal. Drum roll. Alright, so for my business ethics exam, I got an 85. It's not bad, but I would have loved like at least a 90, because I really want to get straight A's. So now I just know when it's midterm 2, I need to come with it and get a 95, close to 100, so I could bring that grade up. For my entrepreneurship class, I got a 93, and I'm so happy with this grade because there was some math on this test, and you guys know I hate math, so this was a good grade for me. I truly, you know, I'm proud of that. And then for my operations management class, which this midterm was like 2 weeks ago, I got 100, so of course A+. I love that. And yeah, those are my grades. I'm happy about it. Of course, I would have loved to get a higher grade in my business ethics class, but that's okay because we have another chance for midterm 2 and extra credit and things like that. So I'm just gonna make sure that my final project is A1, my midterm 2 is A1, and I should be able to get an A in that class. It's been a successful study vlog of successful midterms 1 season, and I really hope you guys take all the tips that I've said in this video, because it has truly helped me and changed the game for my academic career in college. So once you hit college, you may have to change your strategy. You know, high school may not be as hard for you, or like it was for me. It wasn't that hard for me, but when I got to college, I had to change my strategy. I had to learn how to do active recall and active studying, not just passive studying. And make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.